trying to cast for the first time in English, or something that sounds similar to English, and we're going to try to test some things interesting that I have long forgotten, and also trying to try and put some effects on the video online. This is interesting. I think this is a kind of cheating to have a closer look to some cards. I think that can be helpful sometimes for the sake of the video, and also some kind of mission that it hasn't been appearing for some time is the Paragon missions, which is strange. There's a long time without seeing this. Maybe it's because I now have a large portion of the Innistrad set, and before I didn't saw that. Maybe the producers, the developers forgot to include those missions. Well, who knows? Let's see. Just in case, let's buy a new booster pack for new 6 cards. And we have Vessel of Malignity, Compelling Deterrence, Poldarant Duelist, like this. Got Tough Arsonist. Interesting, not the best card, but can be played. And a human, very powerful card for 2/2/2, but can transform into an star that produces more humans and can get out of hand. And Paranoid Barrage Blade. Interesting to try to activate Delirium in a white deck. Is kind of not what you usually want to do, but we might try to do at some point. But in this video we are going to try to fulfill the Archetype Paragon quests, and we have to win 4 duels using one of these 2 color combinations that must be built, I guess, using the assistant. And we are going to use Deck Wizard and choose one of those. That's okay. I already forgot which ones. Okay, Horde's Thunder or this other one. Tactical Tricks. Turn your small creatures into deadly combatants. Your opponent will want to know what to block. Or Horde's Thunder, more lands mean bigger creatures. I think that for at this time I think I would like this version, and it also helps to complete the other quest. So step 1, find more lands. Look for cards that let you get more lands onto the battlefield than the normal one per turn. And this background belongs to a card that was removed from the game. Let's try to find how was that called. Gate Creeper. Let's see if we can use the power of the technology to show and it's not appearing in the video for some reason. Let me just check. I want to come on, you can do it. Oh, something is not going right here. Sorry about this. Let's try to come on, please. We want to see the card. Everyone wants to see the card. Come on, let's show the audience what are we after. Well, I think I'm breaking the video, so I guess this is there it is. That card was once in the game, but now is gone, so we can not use it. So find more lands. I guess that's Sylvan Ranger. Come on, is good. Nisa's Pilgrimage. It can only look for forests, but that's okay. And Life Spring Druid. It's kind of too tempting to use, but it has only one health point, so I think that Natural Connection might be the right call here. Step 2. Big creatures. With your abundance of mana, you can play bigger creatures much earlier in the game than your opponent can. Well, that's not completely true, but okay. Outland Colossus is the best choice here. Now, this one appeared after the archetype was developed. My land creatures have trample. Well, can be interesting. Another Outland Colossus. These one Hydras are very powerful but cost 6. Let's see. The plated Crusher has hexproof, which can protect it from a lot of danger. Well, I think that it's not bad to have another embodiment of Fury. And step 3, fill your deck. You need a few more cards, of course. So we want 20 to 30 creatures, variety, and removal. Okay. Nissa, sure, Green Guard of Mirasa, Yulamog. All these cards are pretty powerful, but Yulamog is the best here. Tajuro Path Warden. Okay, if we are going to use big creatures, let's make it worth Algonbard Hydra, Demina, and then Wildborn can help. This can awaken something, but 1 damage to each creature of our opponent. Good. I can see playing that in this deck. Another Nissa. Lightning Axe. We have to discard a card or pay 5 to use. Kind of difficult. Here the game is calling for some form of removal. I think let's give Boiling Earth a try. Yes, Boiling Earth. More removal. Fall of the Titans. It's not bad spell because it can target 2 of our creatures. Of the Titans. I mean 2 of any creature or player. But it's somewhat expensive, and to use the surge we have to cast something before in the same turn, so it's a kind of not the best spell in this case. Now we could use from this. I like Ravaging Blaze, a bot of Keral Keep. Probably not. Another Ravaging Blaze, I think. It's out of hand. Let's go. Keep Fiery Impulse. Might see some play. Sylvan Advocate, of course. Another Fiery Impulse. Titan's Strength, not yet. Well, we have a deck finally lands. I think that we cannot choose, and the game sets automatically the lands we might or might not want. And let's choose some decoration from this for this. Okay, this girl seems okay, and this background hordes drop thunder. Okay, a lot of stars, and let's try against a hard AI to begin with, so we get accustomed to our deck. Let's, for the time being, we'll try to remove this overlay. Okay. Against an opponent, human versus machine. Let's see if this deck can deliver. Okay, we don't have any ramping here, but Embodiment of Fury can start attacking sometime soon, so we can play this. We can drop this gargoyle on turn 1, but there's not too much it will do. Doesn't perform too much, even if we have it on turn 1. Our opponent has nothing, and by dropping this land we might be playing another spell. Well, it's this anyways, so playing in a different order didn't change too much. The computer is playing red and blue, and it also has the Thraben Gargoyle that can be transformed into the Stonewind Antagonizer. And meanwhile, since it has Defender, it cannot attack. So let's here another turn without place. Let's pass. So it has, when it transforms, it has flying, and for 2, at least one attack can be used. Interesting. Some things to do here. We can, well, not exactly much, but this guy has trample. Okay. Sure. Let's go with Mina and then what? Well, Mina and then Wildborn. This allows us to return lands to our hand. Okay, this creature Earthwall Illuminator has flying, so we cannot block it yet. Let's see, the Outland Colossus is nice, but won't do as much. So here we use the Sylvan Ranger to search for a basic land, mountain, since we already have plenty of forest, and we are going to cast Fall of Titans using the search cost of 1 red and X, and deal 2 damage to Gargoyle. and now the opponent has no blockers for our mina, and then bringing its life to 14. Come on computer, play faster. A wild white mana appears. What is this deck? So one can assume that this creature leads to an investigate theme, but so strange. Right, so target land you control become a 3/3 elemental creature. So let's go ahead with embodiment of fury. We play this forest, and this is now a 3/3 trample creature. Yes, and we don't have enough mana to do this other thing yet. So, oh, what? Stupid. Big mistake. I should have clicked the attack button, but I skipped the attack for good reason. So now we are punished with this creature that can kill any of our attackers. So what to do here? We can transform the gargoyle. We can send 2 lands to attack. Alright, let's try that. Alright, you become a 3/3 creature, yes. And also Mina will have trample, and we have to return this one. And also we play this. Alright, yes. And now we are going to attack. This is a heavy attack, and our opponent could kill one of our lands, but still we managed to kill it. So despite the mistake before, we managed to defeat an artificial opponent, and now we are going to try this deck against player producer decks. Let's go ahead and try to find some opponent for this. Well, the thing is that supposedly the deck wizard helps you to craft a balanced, nice deck with enough lands, enough creatures and spells. But I think the optimization of that process can be very difficult. Let's see what comes here. Okay, Sylvan Advocate is very good to have in our opening hand. Boiling Earth. Okay, let's keep this. We can get another land thanks to Sylvan Ranger. We can start by playing this land that is going to enter the battlefield tapped anyways. Well, a lot of Kral Keep is not actually, I don't like it too much here, but we're going to wait to play it, because it is a card that exiles one of cards from our library, and it's not usually what you want to do. Of course you can cast it if only if Okay, come on. Where are you? I'm trying to show the about. Oh, what happened? What's going on? Okay, I'm still not mastering this scene. All right. Come on. All right. Doesn't matter. Let's remove that black. All right. What happened here? The creature transformed into this one that is very problematic for us, so for the time being we're going to just accept that this blocker is too powerful for us. Play the Cinder Gale and skip the attack. This is the correct. If we attack into this creature deals 2 damage to the creature that is blocking, so our creature probably will die. Also, oh, we have to exile 2 cards. Okay, you, you. Yeah, that's good. Go ahead. Wow, nasty card. Witness the end. This forces to exile 2 cards from our hand. Now we cast Forest and let's remove this one here. Okay. Now we can attack. We have to spend 2 cards to remove this one, but now we might be good. Mortuary Mire, or it comes back to life. It's alive again, it's on the top of the library. The next turn our opponent will draw it. So here, let's start with a Vote of Keral Keep. Maybe we don't. What is this? Well, we can kiss goodbye this Hydra. Alright. Well, I think that our opponent might be carrying some more Eldrazi cards. Okay, no place, that is very strange. He could have used the girl from there. It's very strange. What is this? So strange. Okay. Now, Kozilek's return. Another Eldrazi removal. Fall of the Titans. I think that our opponent doesn't have enough mana to finish our Sylvan Advocate. Wow, that was very close. If our opponent had an extra land, he could have killed our Sylvan Advocate. But now we are... Okay. Here we are now, Entertainers. We can activate the Foundry of the Consoles here. That is... okay. Alright. Another land. So, which one? Okay. we attack this girl, I don't think the opponent is willing to block it. Okay, let's risk it. Our opponent has only one card in hand. If he blocks here, both creatures die, but our opponent might be interested in transforming his creature. 1 point of damage, 4 versus 4. 2 for 1. Alright, we have 2 Thopters. In 4 turns, our opponent is going to be dead. Witness the end. Again, we have to exile the only card in hand. And what is this one? What is our opponent holding there? Outland Colossus, excellent. Possibly, it's possible that our opponent has an act of treason here. So let's see, Goblin Arsonist, okay. No, it's not act of treason. This guy, he has Delirium, he doesn't have enough mana to cast it. So we're here going to attack everything, yes. Okay, let's see. Blocks here, kills one of these. Okay, play Misa. Do we want Nisa to transform this turn? I think so. And let's try to find something to play. It's another land. Okay. Now attacking for 2 and using this ability to transform. No, first transforms and then attacks. Nisa is gone. I made a mistake. I thought that while using the transformation the creature died, but it's not the case. So we are kissing goodbye our Colossus and our Nisa. This does not have fly. So here. Alright, miscalculation that this might cost us the match. So come on, we are close to win here. We need to attack 4 more times. Okay. Slug Ranger. We bring another mountain with us. And well, our opponent has Kozilek's Return in his graveyard and could be very problematic if he uses that on the Hellkite's going to take down our Thopter. Attacking for even 4 more. We need to draw something important here. next card. You can do it. Ravage in place. Let's skip attack and pause. No! Damn it. Okay. 8 damage. Plus into the maw of hell. Stop. Stop timer. 13 damage to this girl. 7. Take that. Dragon. It's 7 damage. And we win. We were almost dead earlier. Right. On to the next match. Let's find our game number 3. Right. We are getting close. Come on. Well, I wonder how can I make this not appear like a black. Come on. Why? I was so excited about this. Come on. Yes, yes. Accepting. Right. Now we have exactly 1 ramping. So if we draw another land, we can play our Autumn Colossus on turn 4. Let's see how that goes. Our opponent has blue mana. We have to be aware of counter spells. Therefore, we are going very aggressive here. Exiling. Ah! Stupid amount of ground keep. Why do you have to do that to me? It's so devastating, this card. Alright, here we go. Let's try to attack. Okay. And we use that. Ah! Why? I forgot that this counts as a non-creature spell, so we are missing 1 point of damage here, and let's play a mountain. I mean, let's search for a mountain that enters the battlefield tapped, and next turn, if we get a land, we can try to play the Autumn Colossus. Our opponent has all mana necessary to play a counter spell. So the question here is, assuming that our opponent has the counter spell, what is best for us to try to get countered? And these two here are very synergistic between them, so maybe it's better to try to get the counter spell here. Calculated this missile, okay. We are not yet there. We are not there yet, or however you can say. Okay, and well, this is 1 less counter spell that our opponent doesn't have. Um, Another option is to play nothing, of course, but against a control deck we have to reduce the life points as soon as possible. Okay, 4 mana. And to buy more creatures. Alright, now we are in some serious problem here. Let's get this. It's very likely that our opponent can kill both our creatures next turn, but we cannot hold back. And this one has trample. Okay. Another land. Let's make this land into a 3/3 trample. Yes. And we are going to play very conservatively here. Let's see what our opponent does. Okay. Interesting. And he can kill our land, but chooses not to. And we are going to replay this. So we have 6 total mana. We would like to draw a cheap spell to be able to cast Fall of the Titans. For the search cost. Okay, for 6 we can do 2 damage to the creature. Right, so this, let's try again. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand and still hasn't played anything. Let's go ahead and try again to do something here. Let's see how it reacts. Okay. There. There. No. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. And we here. This might get a counter spell and this come on. Broken concentration. Right. One less counter spell. One less creature. Alright. We have lost our What of Graal Keep, but our opponent has one less counter spell in hand. 3 damage to this girl. Let's go. Kill her. Let's pass, and now pay this for 4 damage to her and her. Okay. Now he might try to counter. What? Two. Oh. Alright, I'm drunk. Oh my god. What a bad play, because I thought that this was a 1 and not a 2, and I had no enough mana to pay for that. Now we're going to get really hurt because of that. Now one has 2. Oh no. Oh no. Now we pay 5, and he can even have another counter spell, so we are starting to lose because of a very bad misplay. We could... Okay, this was bound to happen. Now, let's go ahead and get this one countered. Okay. It passed. Okay. Alright. One completed runs. Yes. Alright. Tap target creature plus the murderous compulsion is going to be painful. And this one is even worse. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Apparently our opponent forgot to use this, because these two together can be very damaging. But now for 7 we could awaken one of our creatures. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Opponent has 3 of those, and let's see. Link. Okay. Alright. Another land. That's it. A counter spell. Yeah. This was a horrible experience because of one misplay that I'm very regret. I do regret that one a lot. This cycle of the ring is so powerful. Ah, there you are. There we have it. Alright. Okay, my bad. We might have won that. Right, let's try one last game before we give up. This quest is particularly difficult to do with Paragon. Of course, we can fulfill it going against the artificial intelligence, but it's so boring to do. That's the computer plays so bad. It's painful to watch. Okay, loading. We are against a player that I dare to guess that we are going to see white creatures with a bit of green, perhaps red splash in here. Let's go ahead and see. Oof, our hand is too... Okay, we are going to give this and try to ramp out something good. We need to draw some good stuff also. So we start with Cinder Clay. Yes. Well, yes. No. Yes. Follow up Forest and Sylvan Ranger. We're going to receive 1 point of damage. So far, only white. Ouch. From 20 to 19. Alright. Let's see. Here comes the Outland Colossus. So let's go hit. Sylvan Ranger. Let's go after one of the mountains. If we get the Nissa's Pilgrimage, we are going to be very sad because we don't have many forests left in the library. Okay, another ally. This gives vigilance to creatures. I guess our opponent is going to hold back this attack. No. Well, I think so. For an ally team, you want to have as many creatures as possible. I was going to play the Captain Cultivator, but here Nissa's Pilgrimage will ensure us that we are getting more forest out of the library, so our chances of throwing a playable card is higher, and also we are going to be able to play Colossus next turn. 4 5. Here comes the red mana and Inferno Fist. Wow, 5/5 flyer that also gives vigilance to his companions. Okay. We take 5 points of damage here. Alright, let's okay, let's try to attack. Okay. Of course, our opponent is not going to lose his 1/1 hours, and we drop our Outland Colossus. Okay, the good thing is our opponent has 3 cards and another ally that is the same as the former McKinney Patrol that can give vigilance to all creatures. This one has flying, so we cannot block. Let's see what happens. 9. Okay. So let's go ahead and destroy finally. Okay. 2 points of damage and then 4 points of damage. Do here. Let's see if our opponent might have something to save his creature, but right now we are going to start with attacking. Here our opponent has to choose if he wants to block our Colossus and avoid his going to become renowned. He has now 6 counters and Outland Colossus can be blocked by more than 1 creature. Our opponent might have some removal for this kind of creatures, but something strange just happened here. Let's see what we find with the Archetype. About do something useful this time. Come on, guacamole. We cannot pay the cost of this creature, so we go ahead and attack for 12. I'm guessing the opponent, of course, is going to block. And Deathcap Cultivator. Alright, card that can hurt us is Tragic Arrogance, but it's pretty unlikely to see this card on an ally deck. We could even awaken this. Okay, let's awaken. You and pay with all the others and attack for a crap load of damage. And this time this deck has done what it's supposed to do. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Now, of course, our opponent was pretty low level, but let's, I don't know. We are lacking one more win, one more victory, and we are there. Let's try it. Let's try to go fast and see what happens. Okay, okay, on why no the black. Okay. Oh crap! Come on, you here, here. No, shit. The black. Let's try to keep. This one is a keeper. We have a very expensive creatures on hand, but 2 ramping spells to go along, so we are going to be able to cast Sylvan Ranger on 2, followed up by Nissa's Pilgrimage to get 2 more forests. So by turn 4 we have 5 mana. We have to draw something else by then. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. We might be facing a black and white deck with a lot of life gain effects. Brain in a jar. Interesting. This card might be extremely powerful in some circumstances, because it lets you bypass the color requirements from any sorcery or instant. So it's quite a big deal, but also very hard to use. Also, it can be used to cast sorceries at instant speed. That's another problem from this, and our opponent has 2 of these in play. Let's try to attack for 1. Let's see what happens. Twin bolt. No. Okay, turn. He now can cast a 1 mana instant or sorcery without paying its cost. And it is a fiery impulse. Okay. Expected. We are going to ramp. We have a second as Pilgrimage, so we play 1, can cast for 3, and we can also use the Advocate. Okay. Our opponent also is playing red, so we have to be wary of Radiant Flames or something of the sorts. So first we go ahead and grab another 2 forests. Alright. And we play the Sylvan Advocate that now has +2/+2, and it's not as easier to kill as before. For our opponent can cast a 3 mana spell. No. And now what are we going to see? So so far only sorceries. Very lucky. If this is the winning condition for our opponent, he has been very lucky to have those in the starting hand. So now we are going to play our plated crusher. Oh, Archangel of Titus, 3 white and 1 generic mana. Hard to cast. Let's see what happens now. Let's see. Okay, Sylvan Ranger allows us to play Fall of Titans for the search cost. So good plan. 2 plus 1, we need 8 mana to remove Archetypes. So, very strange, our opponent is not holding this for defense. So, I don't exactly think it's a position. Okay. 7 Ranger. We go and now find another mountain, and we drop the mountain, and now Titans for 5 to here and here. Let's see if this resolves. Firing Impulse. Strange. What? Why is that play relevant? I don't know. Our opponent has used the second ability to scry his library. I imagine he's trying to find some sacrifice. Since Plated Crusher has hexproof, he cannot target with a spell. Maybe our opponent misplayed and wanted to target the Plated Crusher with this, so we might assume that he has another direct damage on hand, such as Exquisite Firecraft or something of the sort. Let's try to continue play and see if we find out what our opponent has in hand. Let's see. Okay. Very strange. Alright, we go ahead and let's put one of the tappet lands on play. Right. Okay, and go ahead and continue. I'm going to skip this turn and trying to find out what our opponent has on hand, just out of curiosity. Let's see. Of course, we might lose by doing that. Alright, the curiosity is very powerful here. So, Declaration in stone, but still can't target our hexproof creature. So, maybe that was it. Let's see. Okay. Let's come Cultivator and then no. We still are short to play Will Among the Ceaseless Hunger. So let's just go ahead and try to win some class. Okay. Alright, play this card. Ravage in place. Oh no, this is not this is not Exquisite Firecraft. So damn. Oh boy. Maybe I'm too sleepy or too tired to do this at this time of the day. Alright, Nightfire. I could do damage to myself with that spell if I wanted to. So here we are, we succeeded, we won 4 duels with the archetype of red and green, and probably are not going to use this deck ever again, but we go ahead and we are past the mid of the completion of the Shadow over Innistrad collection. Now we get 2 extra booster packs, and we are going to find on the first 6 cards there is another of this Human Werewolf, a Hinterland Logger, 2-1 for 2. It's a bit weak, but it becomes a 4-2 with Trample. Okay, not ideal, but might find some play. Okay, 3-3-4-4 with trample could be useful. He gives +2/+2 to another target human. So, okay, neglect her heirloom goes well with all those werewolf.